Hi, it's the Rawsome Vegan Gal here, and today I'm going to be talking, tasting, and making recipes from the sauerkrauts from a company called Goldmine Natural Foods. They've been around since 1985, and here's a little flyer that shows you their products. And these are all raw, handcrafted, and vegan. And first of all, I want to say thank you so much, first of all, to Jean. She is one of the founders of the company, and again, it's been around for 33 years. Awesome what they're doing in the health food industry. And also to Brian and Fiona for helping to get the products over to me so I can do this video. So also to tell you that their sauerkrauts, they also make a kimchi, but I'm not reviewing that. They're fermented using the finest organic ingredients and methods, and they also are handcrafted in small batches using traditional ceramic pickling crocks, and they're made since, like I said, since 1985. So actually the company may be around longer, but I think that's when they've been making this product, so I don't remember. You can actually check that out on their website, and I will have a link below to the website so you can check out all that they offer. So first I'm going to tell you a little bit about the sauerkrauts, and then I'm going to taste them, and then, like I said, make some recipes with them. So the first one is their traditional sauerkraut, which is just made with cabbage and Celtic sea salt. Again, everything is organic. The ones I have come in a 16-ounce. So they're USDA certified organic, vegan, and kosher pareve. And they are also gluten-free as well. And they're perishable, so they need to keep refrigerated. And they are unpasteurized, and they also have the natural probiotics from the fermentation, which is also very important to know in case you don't know about that. And it's good for your gut bacteria. It helps it. And cabbage is known to be high also in vitamin C, so it's got quite a bit of vitamin C in the traditional one. And let's see what else they say on the jar here. So it's got, like I said, beneficial plant compounds found in sauerkraut provide health benefits, and the special lacto-fermentation process, provides you with probiotics to help and enzymes to promote healthy gut flora. So that's very good. So that's the traditional one. And the next one I have is their garlic kraut. So they add garlic to this one besides the other couple of ingredients. So garlic also has a lot of antioxidant properties. And again, it can be used in many different ways as well. The third one is a very unique one. That is their Golden Kraut, which is, in this one they use ginger, they use the garlic as well, turmeric, curry, cayenne, and black pepper. So, and turmeric itself is very high in, it's anti-inflammatory, it's known as an anti-inflammatory. And it's been used as a spice and medicinal herb for centuries. And also, the reason why you put black pepper in, and I'm glad they know, they're smart, is because it enhances the absorption of the turmeric and increases the antioxidant capacity. So that's very important to know. And so that's the turmeric one, or the golden one they call it, because it's got a golden color. And I don't know if I could show you that. Can't really see it, maybe from the bottom of the jar. There you go, you can see it now, how pretty that looks. And I guess the orange, I don't know if the orange is the turmeric, or maybe it's the ginger. I don't know, it has such a nice orange color there. And then the one with the garlic, you can see that. I don't know if you can see pieces of garlic in there. And then the traditional one. And then it also comes in a 34-ounce as well, which are what's on the picture here. And the final one I have is the purple kraut. Now, purple cabbage is also very high in antioxidants. So all this one has differently is the red cabbage besides the salt. So just 2 ingredients. And then it says concentrated antioxidants and anthocyanins give it a rich purple color to brighten for anything you want to serve it in. So I'm going to tell you how we're going to do some of the things in here so you can see the beautiful color of that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and they also have a good amount of iron, not a ton, but that's in a 1/4 cup. It's about 4% iron and 15% vitamin C, and the rest is not really that much other. So what I'm going to do first is try them all out now. So first I'm going to try the traditional one. Just got to open it. And I like to smell things. And it smells really nice. It has a nice robust flavor. So I can show you how it looks like. It's just cabbage, basically, with a little salt. It has a nice flavor. Not too salty. They say there's about 9% sodium in a 1/4 cup, but I'm not eating a 1/4 cup. So that's that one. Now the garlic one is going to be a little stronger. So if you're one who doesn't not that much of a fan of garlic. You just have to open it. They're sealed so tight. I should have gotten something to open them with. Wow, this one's hard. Wow. Having a hard time here, live video, that's what you get, right? I'm going to have to run and get my little cover. Excuse me, I had to leave the video. I have actually something that helps you open jars, but I didn't have it handy because I didn't think I'd need it. And hopefully now it'll open. Wow, this one's really tough. I might have to come back to that one or just skip it because I'm not having an easy time opening that. So in the meantime, let's go to the next one. Wow, that one I opened. Whew, they're really sealed well. So I believe there is carrot in here, but unless that's the, see, it doesn't say carrot, but there's little pieces in there that look like carrot. So anyway, sorry about the other one. Hopefully we'll get to it. But this is the golden one. I'm going to try that one next. I definitely can taste the peppery. Now I think there's carrot in here. Because it's very orange, and I don't think it's, unless it's the turmeric, maybe it's the turmeric. They use actually whole pieces of turmeric. I think that's what it is. So it's really pretty. So we'll try back on the garlic after I get to the next one, because my hand got quite red from trying to open that one. So let's try to open up the purple cabbage one. Oh, that one opened easy. So we'll try that one next. And that one's just similar to the plain one. The traditional one, just purple cabbage. No, it doesn't taste as salty. It's more subtle. Okay, now we're going to try and attempt to open the garlic one, and if we don't succeed, well then we'll just have to pass it up. What can I tell you? We'll try. Wow. It's really being tough. And what if I take, I'm trying to think what else I can use to open it. I have one other option, so excuse me for leaving the video again. And that's my can opener that has something that maybe I could take a little bit of air out of it. Maybe it's the air, or bang on it. I don't know. We'll try. See if we can get it. If not, okay, that might have done it. Let's see if I got some of the air out. Yep, that works. So the miracle can opener. So I apologize for having to leave the video a couple times. I'm just going to put that away so it's not in the way. So you'll have to excuse me for some unexpected interruptions. So now we'll try the garlic one. You can definitely taste the garlic. It has a strong garlicky flavor. It's nice, but I think my favorite is purple. I've always liked purple cabbage, but it does taste nice. So now that I've tried all four of them, I'm going to talk to you about ways to do what different things you could do with them. I'm just going to rinse off these spoons so I can use them again for some things I'll be making with them. So traditionally, what you can make, and I've actually done some of the preparation for that, is make sushi with rice and cabbage and other vegetables. So I also got from Goldmine. Let's see if this will stay. I got some of their sweet brown rice. It's California grown. It's Ohsawa and USDA organic. It's also grown in the foothills of the Shasta and Trinity Mountains. I believe that's in California. It is, because it's California grown. This is a 2-pound package, and the reason I chose sweet rice because it's a sticky rice, and when you make sushi, you want that. And it says here that when you use whole grains, they're good. They're low in fat, saturated fat, and reduce the risk of heart disease and some cancer. And may reduce. And it's also certified kosher pareve, and that's that. And then, so here's also their sushi. This is their organic Raw Sushi Nori, and this is their 10-sheet package. It also comes in a 50-sheet, and it's also low-carb, low-calorie, fat-free, gluten-free, vegan, organic, and kosher. And also it has some other benefits, minerals in it, some little bit of iron, C, vitamin C, B2, B1, phosphorus, vitamin A. So that's one way you could do it with sushi. So what I'm going to do is, what you want to do is you want to have other vegetables or different things to put in it. So you can do a number of things. So you can do, like I'm going to do like celery, I have pepper, I have cucumber, I also have tempeh. In case you don't know what tempeh is, I wanted to just show you a package that I have. This is from a company called Lightlife. So that's something that's nice to put in sushi or in a wrap. So you can make a wrap with it too, which I'm going to do as well. And then some other things that you could use to put when you put your rice down on your sushi, or even if you make it in a rice, put your sauerkraut in a rice salad. Have some other interesting things here. I've got some shredded coconut from Let's Do Organic, and I've reviewed their products. It's from Edward and Sons Company. And then I also have TigerNuts, which is not a nut, it's a root vegetable. These are sliced, so that would be nice in either a rice salad with the sauerkraut or sushi or wrap. And I've also reviewed this on my channel. And then just some other different seasonings you could use. I have paprika. I also have some dulse. You can also use that, even though using nori, the dulse make it salty. I also have some ginger powder. You might like to do that unless you're using the spicier sauerkraut, and you don't need that. Also have some Italian seasoning, so that has thyme, rosemary, basil, oregano, marjoram, and sage. So that's something nice to sprinkle in there. Also, if you don't use the Golden Kraut, I also have my turmeric and black pepper. Again, they go together. And then and then another thing also, if you want to change the color of your rice too, when you add some of the krauts, that would do it as well, but also something like spirulina powder. This is from Earth Circle Organics, and I've also reviewed them on my channel. And I will have links to all the additional ingredients of products that I've reviewed, and also any other like different seasonings you might want to use. And then I have some tahini. This is from a company called Gem. I've also reviewed them on my channel. They have some interesting tahinis. They have a cashew masala and a cashew curry. So those you'd want to use more when you're using the kraut that aren't as seasoned. Like the garlic and the golden are more seasoned. So you might want to use this, use this as a spread on the. If you're making a wrap with either the nori, or you use I have coconut wraps I'm going to show you, or you want to use a piece of like a collard leaf. You could do it with anything, lettuce leaf. You could make it many different ways. Also, some people season their rice, or for a rice salad, I use raw coconut vinegar. I like that. And this is from a company called Coconut Secret. I've also reviewed them on my channel. And finally, I also have some nutritional yeast. Some people do use it, and some people don't. But that's also nice to season for your rice with your sauerkraut, and like on a salad or a spread. So those are just options, and then the sky's the limit with what you can do. Chop nuts, chop seeds. So many ways you can add different texture to your, whether it's a salad or a wrap or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the nori sheet, and I have a cutting board here, and you want to make sure if you're doing it, do a dry cutting board. And I'm going to take one nori sheet out of here. And I think for this one, what I'm going to do is I might use one more of the seasoned krauts in here, and then not use some more of the seasonings that I have because I won't need it. So I have my rice already cooked. I did that in advance. So I have quite a bit here. This is only a half a cup dry, but I didn't need more than that, and it is quite sticky. I'll take some out with a spoon just to show you how it's all sticking together. You can see that, how it sticks. It's not loose. So that's what you want. Then you want to have a bowl of water, which I do right here. I'm just going to move my vegetables out of the way while I do that. Oops. Excuse me, my back is towards you. So then what I'm going to do, oops, lost the pepper there. You just can't see it. Okay, so what I do is I want to wet my hands first, take some rice, spread it out on the nori sheet. I'm sorry you can't see it. Just the way my camera works on my iPad, it doesn't allow me to have that visible. So I apologize. I'm just going to do this real quick. I've actually done some other videos with nori, but didn't use actually rice when I prepared it. So you want to spread just a thin layer and leave a couple inches on the end out. And you want to keep making sure your fingers are wet so the rice doesn't keep sticking to your fingers. You want it to stick to the nori, so you want to keep dipping your hands in the water. Oh, and I also forgot I have sprouts too. I'll mention that while I'm doing this. I have some homemade sprouts I made that you can put on your wraps. Oh, and also some ground flax seeds and ground black sesame seeds. So those are many different options, so what you can do. So I'm just going to spread this rice out. You don't want to make it too thick, because if you're adding vegetables, that's going to make it thicker too, and you want to be able to roll it up and be able to cut it afterwards too. So, alright, almost there. And then I think in this one I'm going to put some of the tempeh in that I have. I made slices of that. So, okay, I'm done with the rice pretty much. I'm just going to rinse my hands off real quick here. But they do get sticky from that. Okay, and now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put the vegetables. So I have here some, let's see, I'll put this on top of here for now. So I have some celery I cut, and I cut it the length of the nori sheet so it fits in. I cut also some red pepper, so I'll put a couple of pieces of that, and then some slices of tempeh, some small thinner slices. And you want to put them towards the center of your nori, and then and then you're going to roll up around it. And then some little cucumber kind of little sticks, matchsticks. I'm just going to lay some out on either side of the other vegetables. And then I'm going to do some, let's see, then I'm going to do some sauerkraut. I think I'm going to use the golden. That'll make it interesting and a little bit more spicier. So I'm going to do the golden one. And I'm going to just lay that on one end, not in the middle, like on the side of some of the other vegetables. Okay. Then I'm also going to add, I think I'm going to add a little bit of sprouts. I'm going to do the less spicier ones, which is I have alfalfa and clover. I'm going to put some of those on the other end. So I'm only laying down the ingredients on the rice because on the ends of the nori I want that to be open for me to close it up. And then I'm going to do a little bit of the coconut, I think a little bit of the coconut flakes. But what I'm going to do first, I don't know if I can lift this up to show you without it falling. You could see that. Yeah, you could see that? Okay. Couldn't bend it too much, but just so you see how it looks open. Then I'm going to use a little bit of the shredded coconut here. And then I'm going to roll it up. Just going to sprinkle a little bit on the top. Oh, and yeah, just across the whole thing, just to give it a little different texture. Okay. Okay, so now I'm just going to roll it. Now, a lot of people use a nori sheet for that. I don't, but that's the traditional way to do it. I just do it with my hand. I'm used to doing it. I just roll all the ingredients under it. And this is a pretty big sushi. And then I'm going to usually use water to close it, but it seems to be closing pretty well without. So let me see. I'm going to move these vegetables over. Use a little bit of water. It doesn't need much. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it. And what you want to do is you want to wet your knife too so the rice doesn't stick to it. And I'm going to show you what we got. So wow, look how pretty that is. Doesn't it look pretty on the inside? And I'm going to cut another piece, if I can without it falling apart. Whoops, that one fell apart a little. To show you and to have some to try. There you go. Show you from this side and from that side. Wow, that looks pretty. Okay. That is yummy. Okay, so that is the nori. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to try to do this on the same cutting board here, is I'm going to use these, I have these coconut wraps from a company called Nuco, and I reviewed them on my channel as well. And now they've actually come out with 4 different flavors. I have the traditional one, and now they've come out with ones with turmeric, which is the one I have here, and also moringa in it and cinnamon, but it's very pure, natural, non-GMO, everything. And I'll have a link below to their website, and then you can check out the details in my other video of it. So, so this is what it comes. It comes as 5 sheets. So this is another way you can do it, and it comes in a resealable pouch. And I forgot to mention that the rice also comes in a resealable pouch. So the difference is the color. It's going to have the golden color because they use turmeric powder in it. And I'll show you what it looks like. If I can get it out of here. Wow, that's pretty. It's hard. It's not coming out as easily as I thought. I don't know why. It's being finicky like the wow. It's all stuck like the sauerkraut was. Okay, there we go. So here is one sheet. I'm going to take out one. Look how pretty that looks from the turmeric. So what you can do with this, you could make this as one whole wrap, or you could cut it even into 4 and make 4 little wraps, or 4 little. I would call them like little packages if you want to put this stuff, you want to put the ingredients into it and then kind of bring it together into a, like kind of like a little package, like a little gift package where you put like a, you know, like a string, or if you, some vegetable, maybe like a scallion, which I don't have, but that's just another option. But I think what I'm going to do today is I am going to cut it into half, or into like quarters. I'm going to make just a quarter, just to show you, make us just a small one. And since this already has the turmeric, I'm not going to use the golden one again, of course I'm not. I'm going to use actually the purple one. That I think will give it a nice color. Let's see, I'll find a spoon that I didn't use. So, oh, and for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I think, use some of this spread. Since that one had the curry in it and the turmeric, I'm going to use this Cashew Masala Tahini. So we'll put that on first. Let's see, we'll get another little spoon here. I'll find one. Just a little bit. We'll spread on that. Okay, just got a little bit there. I'm going to spread more onto the whole sheet actually. I just spread it on like that, just to cover it. And I'm going to use a little bit of rice on top of that. So that'll give it some flavor as well. Okay, so I'll get some rice as well here. I'm going to just scoop some out with the spoon and lay it with the spoon instead of my hands, so that it won't be sticky. Just right on top of that tahini. And then I'm going to use, I think I might just use a little bit of cucumber and pepper on this one. Just a couple little pieces. Cucumber, pepper, and the sauerkraut. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the those sliced TigerNuts. I thought that would give it a different texture. And I didn't actually use any of the, I'm not using everything that I'm showing here. So they're just to give you ideas of what you could use. So I'm going to use some of the Golden Kraut now. Find a clean spoon here. I'm just going to lay that on the sides of it so you see the colors of everything else once I wrap it up and cut it. And then I'm going to put some of those TigerNut sliced in there so I can get that. Okay, just a little bit of this. Open that up. They almost look like almonds, but they're not. And that's just a different. It's similar, I think, flavor, but it's actually sweeter. So you'll have to check out my video on that as well. So I'm going to roll this up. Hopefully I didn't put too much on here to make it a wrap. Let's see, tuck it under. What I do is I tuck everything under it, and I'll show you two when it's done. Hopefully it stays closed. I don't know if it needs a little water. Might need a little water to stay closed. So let's see if I can cut that as well for you to see. So there you go. Look how pretty that looks. That tastes delicious too. You can also eat it as an open face if you want as well, but this doesn't stick as well as the nori does together. So that's an issue with that. I just try to stick it together, but it doesn't stick as well. Maybe using some of that paste, actually, that might help. Some of the tahini as a paste to put on the ends, that actually might help to get it to close better. So yeah, I think that might be, but not perfect. You know, nothing is perfect in this world, so that's just the way it goes. So yeah, so that's another option. Another option you could do, but I'm not going to, I think, make anymore. I think that's enough for today. I think the video is getting a little long. So another thing I would make as an option is make a rice salad with sauerkraut, and maybe I would use the garlic kraut and some of the other seasonings to give it different colors and textures, like the, like the paprika and the ginger, and maybe some of the nutritional yeast and the coconut vinegar. So those are just ideas. So again, I just want to run through the products today that we had that we're reviewing. Was the organic sauerkraut. Again, they're all in 16 ounce, and they come also in a 34 ounce. And then next we had the garlic kraut. And then next we had the golden kraut. And then finally, we have the purple kraut. So I hope you enjoyed this video and got some ideas of how to use it and, you know, the nutritional benefits of them, that you yourself would go out and use them. And I hope you check them out and get some for yourself. And I thank you for watching. It's the Rawsome Vegan Gal.